Today, you'll be learning about the indie hacker story of Christina Nicholson. They built a podcast directory that was recently sold for 6 figures. So I'll be covering the process they used to start this product, what they did to grow the product, and what's happening post-sale. So make sure you stay until the end here. I think you'll get some really good inspiration from it. So first, let's take a look at what Podcast Cloud is. So it's the #1 podcast list building tool for PR agencies. And so the idea for this tool came out of Christina's own problems. So they worked in the public relations industry, and where she noticed a glaring omission in the tools available. In PR, there is software that helps publicists find contact information, but with podcasts, there was no software that did that. While there were some podcast databases, they were listing millions of podcasts, overwhelming PR professionals. And they really went over quantity over quality. And so this made the exciting opportunity to get sponsorships through podcasts really difficult and time consuming. And over a period of a few years, Christina went and reached out to several companies that produced PR software asking them to include podcasts, but it never happened. Christina really envisioned a solely focused tool that was only getting the contact information for top-ranked podcasts, and it was going to be a database prioritizing quality over quantity. So she took matters into her own hands and went and built her own tool. So next, let's dive into how Christina went and grew this tool. So she didn't do any heavy marketing or buy a bunch of paid ads or anything along those lines. What she did was power the results of social engagement. She went and joined a bunch of Facebook groups related to this and was a helpful member in these forums, helping to answer questions about finding podcasts and pitching. And whenever someone would ask how others found podcasts, she would subtly mention the tool. And because this product really struck a chord with the audience, she started to see some really good growth. And since there were no direct competitors offering this exact same niche, Podcast Cloud was able to grow with a lot of organic traffic. And that strategy to growth really lines with Paul Graham's idea of doing things that don't scale. At the beginning, you want to get your initial users, you want to get traffic to your website, and you want to find out if people are actually going to pay for your product. So you might think, I'm going to jump into paid ads, I'm just going to get tons of users to my product. But that's a very forced way to do it, and it can be very expensive. But if you're going into communities, making yourself an authority figure, providing valuable feedback and help, and then subtly linking your product without a ton of heavy promotion, this can lead to really organic growth. Obviously, this isn't going to scale if you're doing $100,000 or $200,000 a month and you have thousands of customers. But at the beginning, it's such a crucial way to grow, and it's only going to cost your time. And through these interactions as well, you're going to get to know your users and find out what they're looking for. So let's dive into Christina's decision to sell. Despite the platform's initial success and recognition within the community, Christina found herself at a crossroads as her heart wasn't in it. She never really wanted to manage a program or become a developer, and she had someone on retainer to do this. And her genuine passion was still with her PR agency, Media Maven. So running Podcast Cloud felt like more of a distraction. So she was able to sell Podcast Cloud for a 6-figure exit and still retains a 10% ownership. So Christina still continues to advise Podcast Cloud, and her story serves as a testament to the enduring spirit of entrepreneurship, and definitely a super cool indie hacker's journey here. Not the typical one where it's a programmer or any software dev building a super technical product, but it's the story of someone finding a problem they had and then going and building it themselves. And it's a tool that other people wanted to pay for, and they started to generate some good revenue from it. If you've gotten this far in the video, I'm sure you want to build your own micro SaaS. I have free micro SaaS ideas you can steal for free. Just check out the link in the description below. I also have a course on how to build your own micro SaaS as well. Even if you don't have any SaaS experience or any product ideas, there's a link for this in the description below as well. If you want to see the full story, it was written by Mark Andre, and I'll leave a link in the description below. But this is going to conclude the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I would love it so much if you smash that like and subscribe button below. If you have any questions, leave a comment. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.